Sometimes it's hard to understand the concept of censorship when we have so many options for news. There are hundreds of TV stations, newspapers, and radio shows. But the truth is that almost every avenue from which we get our information in the mainstream media is controlled by only 6 corporations that have one specific interest: profit. News censorship is happening every day, but not necessarily from the top down blacking out the stories, but also in the form of self-censorship, framing, backpaging, all to protect the interests of those corporate conglomerates.
To be quite corporatized. I would imagine it's mostly governed, I'd say, by the corporate entities, about the money flow going into them, and their opinions are based on the finances that make them happen.
And you have to see, who are running these networks.
They just tell the people what they want to hear, but I don't think they tell the people the truth.
I think it's controlled by a few different people, and a few of the same people.
Just a few days ago, I tried to do research on an unbiased news media outlet, and frankly, it's just populated with, say, the 5 or 6 big names that exist.
I think they're corporate. I mean, they're owned by their mainstream media is private interests and is owned, by a few people. And again, if it's owned by just a few people, they have enough resources. They're going to be able to have news that kind of support their interests.
When I think of the top-down censorship, kind of the hand of the corporation blacking out a story, 2 cases come to mind that are the most egregious. The first one was News Corp. Fox News was going to air a story on the bovine growth hormone, BGH, bovine growth hormone, of course, another Monsanto case of censorship where they were invested in Monsanto for advertising, and their boss said no when a team of Fox investigative reporters wanted to cover this story. Monsanto threatened the station, sent them a letter saying there will be dire consequences, this is a direct quote, dire consequences for Fox News if the story is aired, and I wanted to play what happened when they confronted their boss about this.
I said, this is news. This is important. This is stuff people need to know. And I'll never forget, he didn't pause a beat, and he said, we just paid $3 billion for these television stations. We'll tell you what the news is. The news is what we say it is.